Hi, I'm Sean.
And I'm Alicia.
We're a couple from Toronto, Canada, moving to Chelmsford in the United Kingdom.
Follow our journey as we experience the ups and downs of living abroad. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. It's officially September, which means we've officially been living in the UK for 6 whole months now.
So a couple months back, we did like a 3-month update video, and a lot has changed since then, so let's get into it.
So the biggest thing we really get asked is about work, and we've had some very different experiences with work since moving here.
So if you recall from the last video, I came over here with the company I previously worked with in Canada. I'm on a sponsorship visa, so they basically sponsor me to come over here.
And I came over here with nothing, so I was doing the whole job hunting process. So in June, I was doing the whole job hunting process, and now I can happily say 3 months later, I am very securely working. I started working mid-July, so that was about 2 months ago, and I really like my job, which is great. I'll be perfectly honest, I was being very picky with the whole job hunting process. I did so many interviews, I handed out probably hundreds of resumes or CVs here, and it was just something where I really wanted to find a role that I loved, and the company kind of aligned with my values and beliefs, and I am glad that I found that. I will say when you move abroad, the job hunting process is really difficult because it takes so much for the company to kind of take that leap of faith in you. A lot of the time they don't really understand what the visas mean, and especially for me, I wasn't just looking for a regular job, I was looking for a career that I could stay in for a while, and something like that, they always kind of look at it long term, which makes sense, and because my visa is only for 2 years, it was something where there were a lot of questions from everywhere I interviewed. I had a lot of doubt with my visa, so just make sure if you are job hunting abroad, you kind of know all of your information. But for me, I'm really glad that I'm working now and happy to have an income.
So for myself, not a ton has changed in the last few months. So when I did the 3-month update video, I was kind of just talking about how I was adjusting to some new systems and stuff. Even though it is the same company, they do use some different systems. So there was a bit of a learning curve involved with that, but happy to say that, you know, as the months have gone on, I've gotten more comfortable with it. I'm starting to feel pretty settled into the job. I actually still have not been into the office yet. I have literally been working from home this entire time. I have met my coworkers a couple times for some lunches and stuff, which has been nice to actually meet them in person. I am hopeful that come this month, we're gonna start going back into the office maybe once or twice a week. It'd be nice just to break it up from being at home, and also again, just to actually get to interact with my coworkers a little bit. But yeah, nothing too crazy has changed, and still enjoying the job, and no regrets about coming over.
A big reason we moved to the UK was so we can travel.
And we picked great timing coming in the middle of a pandemic.
So I'm sure you're curious how that's been going.
So in our 3-month update video, we had just kind of gone on our first little like UK trip. We had done the Cotswolds back in May.
Which was absolutely lovely.
Yeah,
check out that video.
Absolutely loved it. Great road trip. But good news is at that time, borders were starting to open back up. So it was getting more likely we could actually do some trips here in the summer.
And now we're actually able to do those trips. So just last week we went to Croatia.
Which was amazing. We absolutely loved it.
Absolutely amazing. And again, like being in England, the whole point was so we had an easy jumping off point to travel Europe, and that's absolutely true because the process to get to Croatia was a breeze.
Yeah, it was so nice having like a 2-hour flight versus like a 10-hour flight.
Exactly. And on top of that too, we mentioned in the last video kind of our fears with the pandemic and the fact that we hadn't been vaccinated yet. We're officially double vaxxed.
Yeah, part of the Pfizer gang.
Which is great because a lot of countries are requiring proof of vaccine to go most places, so it's good to have it. And the UK is really opening with how they're treating the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean the UK, you know, we haven't even had to wear masks technically since like mid-July. We still do. We still do. But yeah, it's great. Things are open. We've been able to kind of like go out, explore, go to bars, go to restaurants. So it feels pretty back to normal, I would say.
Yeah, I would say we have a couple more trips coming up in the near future too. So we're going back to Canada in October to visit our friends and family for Christmas, or
I guess Thanksgiving, but it's also going to be our Christmas because we're not actually going back for Christmas this year.
Yeah, so double whammy. And then at the end of October, we're going to Paris for my birthday, so we have a lot coming up.
Yeah, going to be an exciting couple months. Yeah. So obviously we are super excited to be going back to Canada to see our friends and family in a few weeks.
Yeah, we obviously miss them a lot, and it's kind of been really hard lately because although in our 3-month update we were talking about how we try to talk to them at least once a week and do a FaceTime, It's a bit more difficult now. Obviously in the summer people are just busier. We've been able to start traveling, so we haven't been around as much on weekends. Plus now I'm working, so I can't just sit on my phone and text them all day.
Yeah, so it'll be nice to actually reconnect with our friends a little bit. That being said, we have had a lot of positive developments here in terms of making friends locally.
Yes, so I think in our 3-month video we mentioned about how we didn't really know how to go about making friends, and we were kind of afraid just because pandemic, but also it's very stressful.
Yeah, people don't tend to be looking for new friends when they're in their like mid to late 20s.
So luckily for us, we've been able to make quite a few. So we did download Bumble BFF and it's been insanely successful for me. I've met quite a few people.
Less so for me.
Sean's not had nearly as much luck, but that's okay. We have friends now.
Yeah, so our building's actually been really great. They've hosted a couple of like meet your neighbor events, which has been really good. So we've actually met some of our neighbors and we've had dinner with them. We've gone for drinks. Like, it's actually been really great. We've made friends in the building, so super convenient when you want to hang out.
The other biggest way we've made friends is actually through this. So with our Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, we've seen a lot of people reach out to us and offer to be our friends and have chats with us, which is absolutely amazing. So we've met some lovely people that way who I would consider very good friends at this point.
Yeah, honestly, it's really helped the last couple of months to have that kind of support system, and kind of the fact that everybody we've made friends with is local. So it's been kind of nice because we've been able to get good recommendations. You know, we're not worried about the fact that like, oh, they're fellow expats, so they might leave and then we're gonna not have friends again. Like, they're here.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been really great, and honestly it's such a positive turnaround in the last 3 months, and we're really, really happy about that. I will also say it really helped that we kind of pushed ourselves to make friends. I think a lot of people when they move somewhere get kind of hoping that friends will come to them, but it's not the case. Like, we actually have to go out of our way and say, we know absolutely nobody and we need friends.
Yeah, so it's been a really great experience and kind of like a challenge in some ways, but it's been a nice challenge and it's been very rewarding.
Yeah, absolutely.
So overall, I'd say we've been adjusting pretty well, especially over the last couple months here.
Yeah, the last 3 months have been absolutely crazy. How much things have changed, and the last 6 months even crazier. And I definitely think the worst part about the 6-month update is that means I'm a quarter way through my visa.
Yeah, so I think we'll be definitely looking for ways that we can extend it beyond our 2 years. You know, again, we've made some really great friends here locally, and we're starting to really feel connected with our city and our community.
Yeah, and honestly, the fact that we absolutely love our flat, we've been able to start decorating, as you can see, has made it feel a lot more homey and welcoming, and just we feel good being here.
Yeah, so we can't wait to see kind of what the next 6 months takes on for us. We really appreciate all the support here on the channel.
It's made our move abroad much easier, seeing how much people like care and support and like love that they send to us, so thank you for that.
Yeah, if you haven't already, please be sure to check us out on Instagram or TikTok. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us and we appreciate the support as always.
Yes, and the next few months should be really interesting because we're able to travel more, so we can share that with you. So thank you so much for watching, and until next week.
Oh, we are